everyone. Wanted to get on here and just talk a little bit. I want to give a shout out to the AKA for giving the Kratom community opportunities. Huge opportunity coming up December 13th. They're going to the Capitol, Washington, D.C., and that is to hopefully fight to enact and federalize the Kratom Consumer Protection Act. So this is really important. I mean, anytime going to Washington, D.C., that's huge. And, like the last webinar in Zoom, they mentioned all Kratom advocates are welcome to attend this, and that's December 13th, and streaming on American Kratom Association's Facebook page. You can find out all the details, and that's from their webinar just last night. So that's great, and I want to thank everyone again for just always fighting, and everyone. Even the ones who maybe I don't talk to, who don't want to talk with me or whatever, or like if we don't get along or whatever. Hey man, I love you too. I love you guys, and I love the fact that you're advocating. So keep doing it, keep rocking it, and I support you all the way, babe. Let's just keep, if we don't advocate together, like in the same group or whatever, I mean, that's not how I want it, but hey, I mean, more power to you. I want to win. That is where my head is, and that's where it's always been. I'm here, I'm in it to win it. But seriously, I am. And one thing something that's like huge pet peeve for me, and I'm not about this at all. This is not how I operate. I'll still it's not like I'm going to block you or something. Like, it takes a lot for me to block someone or just totally not want to talk with you. But I don't really care for anyone who, plays both sides or is kind of, waffles. Like, I'm a very, very, extremely loyal person. So when I find, I'm passionate, when I find something that I believe in, or if I find an organization or a group and I really believe in their cause and what they do and how they operate, I don't expect anyone to agree with everything. And, we all have our own minds, and, it's important to, try to see other people's sides if they're kind of conflicting our side or our point of view, or opposing or whatever. We can't all always agree on every single little tiny thing. However, I do think that if it's concerning an important piece of legislation, that we need to get passed, especially what's coming up, the Federal Kratom Consumer Protection Act. I believe you either are supporting the AKA and their efforts and all of our efforts, because we are a part of this. We are involved. This can't happen without all of us. The AKA needs us, and we need them. It's a two-way street. We need each other. However, they are the ones who are representing us. And if you, believe in them and you want to support them, then I say, you need to fully support them, because you can't really be on the fence. There's no room to be in between. We're at war, and so when you're at war, there are sides. There's no middle ground. There can't be middle ground unless you're a traitor. I'm not calling you a traitor. Please don't assume that. But all I'm saying is, in my eyes, if you're counteracting the cause, if you're counteracting one side, and if you're making it hard for them to achieve their efforts, then you're kind of like the enemy. I just feel like, or you don't, or who do you stand for? Like, I just don't really feel like you're really on their side. So, my eyes, like in war, you pick a side, you pick up your sword, you pick up your sword, you pick a side, and you fight, and you go to war, and that's what we need to do. Um, we don't want to counteract anything and make it harder, or we don't want to sabotage anything. We don't want to counteract or try to make it harder than what the fight is already at hand. We want to win this thing. So we need to support them any way we can, however we can. So yeah, that's a little bit what I wanted to say concerning that. And then I did, my apologies. I did take a little bit of a hiatus from writing in my blog. There's just a lot going on with school and stuff, and just holidays and then transition. But I'm writing again, so I'm really thankful. Thank you for all the people who stuck by me and who didn't unsubscribe. I appreciate you. I've been writing more again. So please bear with me, though, if I do, take hiatuses every now and then. In no way, shape, or form am I quitting writing. But, I am kind of going through some changes. I'm trying to, change my life for the better. I'm going to be a full-time student again here shortly, and some of the classes I'm taking are really hard. Not saying that the other ones weren't hard, but these are probably a little bit harder. Just math and just a lot of different, and it's in person, it's not online. I changed my nursing to, I changed my major back to, where my heart was at always, and that is nursing. So I'm going to stick with my calling, and because I thought, what am I doing? Why am I going into sociology? Why am I going to be a social worker when that's really not, maybe if that's like my last resort, if I can't, like my body can't handle nursing, but I really think I'm going to be able to do it. But I figure, it is just such my calling, and it just won't let me go. And, I am freaking middle-aged now, and it still won't let me go. And I was destroyed when I had to leave that profession. My dream was to be an RN, and I know y'all are getting surprised sick of hearing this. Maybe, I don't know. I think I said this before, but this is my life. So, I promise I won't be like a nurse tuber, hopefully. I don't know. But anyways, but they're cool too. I've learned a lot from them. It's great. But no, I've always, I wanted to go in the RN program. I couldn't afford it. I didn't really utilize financial aid. I just was I think my pride got in the way. I didn't want to, I just thought, oh no, that's not for me or something. I didn't really know anything about it. So I didn't even try, which really makes me mad because maybe I could have utilized some of that, and I could have gone into the RN program, or even maybe the LVN program, because, again, I went into the psych tech program, and I became a licensed psychiatric technician, and, a lot of people don't know what that is, which is sad, because they don't get the recognition that they deserve, because they are equivalent, and I'm not exaggerating, I'm not, lots of anti-Kratom people in the past, they have tried to defame me, they have tried to slander me, they even, went as far as to look up my license with the board. Well, hello, if I'm on the state board of vocational nurses and psych and vocational nurses and techs, do a little bit of research, but of course you're not going to, because, you're not into the truth. But, psychiatric technician, licensed psychiatric technician is the same thing as LVN, but we have more psych training, and we provide psychiatric nursing care. So, in no way, shape, or form was I, I've never exaggerated my credentials or anything. I was a psych nurse, 100,000%. You can't take that from me. But anyways, I did write a little bit about that too, because Yeah, I just wanted to put it out there that, if you do Google that, it does, it's in black and white right there, the definition of a LPT, in nursing. It's nursing. So anyways, but that was not my full, my dream is med surge, um, all the way. Like, I really did not have the desire to specialize in psychiatry or anything like that. I mean, I like it, kind of. I really, it's okay. No, I like psych, but that wasn't really my true passion. My true passion is like surgery, med surge, and like OR nursing. Like, I think I could really, really, I've always had a desire for like trauma, wound care, surgery, OR nursing, or I do volunteer in the ER, so maybe I'll go, into the emergency department somewhere at a hospital. I don't know. But, yes, like that, floor nursing hospital, like totally, I really, really want to work in a hospital. Um, but, and if I can't do that, that's fine. If I can be a nurse, then I'm happy, like a legit, RN, in the medical world. I mean, if I have to, I'll go back to psych, but that's not really that's not my calling. Um, so, but I'm headed off to the gym. It is pouring here. You can see, oh yeah, you can see all the raindrops on my back window. um, yeah, guys, yeah, it's just hanging out. My car is like, got so many things wrong with it. Like, everything's crashing down, but whatever. I just keep trying to stay like so freaking poor. Like, that's another thing. Like, I am so tired of being like, scraping by, single mom. Um, but I'm hoping that I can change that. And again, well, so anyway, so I'm getting sidetracked, but yeah. So another topic is, kratom. Like, some stuff I wrote in my last blog today. I really want I just really, I really want the outside, like, media and, people who don't understand. What's sad is that kratom is controversial right now, and, and online there's more bad things that will pop up. And so it's just sad because the false narrative is what most people see if you Google it. And that's just not the truth. That's not the truth at all. And so I usually don't push my blog. I'm not like that. I'm like the least pushiest kind of person. I just never, it's not in me. Like, I don't even I'm not trying to make money at it, which is stupid. Like, I probably should. I should try to, like, make money at it. But anyways, so, but the last article I wrote, I really just a lot of the points. It's just good. Like, I really would like people to read it, especially people who maybe have been swayed by, the FDA, DEA, or anti-kratom media and community, because they like to twist things. And I do want to respond to someone in the anti-kratom community. I mean, I think, I don't judge you guys or anything. Like, I'm so sorry for everything you've been through. And, like, anyone who suffered death that's related to kratom or whatever. I mean, whatever your situation is, or if you think kratom alone killed, oh my God, I mean, I am so sorry. Like, you have no idea. I am the most caring, kindest person on the planet. And I am a mom, and I mean, I don't even think I could have the strength to do what you're doing. I mean, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't want you to be in pain. I'm so sorry that you're in pain. I would just, my life would be over. I can't imagine what you're going through, the hurt, the pain. Ugh. And then that's what makes it even harder to, like, talk about this stuff. And I mean, you might think that we're awful, horrible people, but we really aren't. We really aren't. And what's the worst thing about it is that when people from the anti side, who's like trying to ban it and schedule it because they think, or because it maybe killed someone. And I'm sorry, I can't say that it did alone, because we still haven't gotten any solid proof. And I will touch on that subject in just a moment. Um, because that is another response I wanted to give in reply um, to a previous article I wrote, and I got a response. But that, kratom, for the majority of people who consume it, the millions of chronic pain sufferers and others who experience, other like real significant problems, and it's helping. It's kratom has gotten people off of disability. Like kratom, yeah, I'm not saying it's perfect, and no, it can't. It doesn't cure, like it's not a cure-all or anything, and it's not perfect. I mean, yeah, it has some negative side effects. Sure, it can have negative side effects. Why wouldn't it? How, why wouldn't kratom have negative side effects just like any other thing? But that's everything in life, okay? The addiction community, that's a whole completely separate community. That has nothing to do with the benefits and the safety, the marginal safety parameters of this plant. Okay? Kratom is not killing people, and even if it did, even if it is to blame, even if the proof does come out, because we've been asking for 3 years, okay, the pro kratom community, and the AKA, Mac Haddo, everyone, ever since the WHO, the World Health Organization, declared kratom not posing a risk to require a critical review by the World Health Organization, which was a third attempt by the FDA to schedule or ban kratom. Ever since we won, they said kratom doesn't pose a risk. There's no evidence, nothing, to say that we need to even, critically review it. Since then, the death claims just one after the other. It's like all these death claims. But again, we've asked to see toxicology screenings, and we still don't get it. And please, anti-kratom community, please don't post a corner of the toxicology screening or a corner of the death certificate. Just one portion, one line of the form that says toxic effects from mitragynine or mitragyna speciosa toxicity is the cause of death. That's separate. That doesn't mean, yeah, that's their conclusion, but that doesn't show the toxicology screening. It doesn't show what other drugs or substances were in that person's body when they died. It doesn't talk about any pre-existing. It doesn't show a medical history. It doesn't show medications that they were taking. It doesn't show anything. And so that is where we're coming from. We put everything on the table. We are asking to see your evidence to back up your claim. What is so awful about that? Nothing. We're not harassing anyone. That's not the definition of harassment. If it was, then lawyers wouldn't be in business. They wouldn't do what they do. Police, FBI, they wouldn't be doing it. That's the protocol, man. What do you mean? I mean, if you are making a claim, you better back it up with facts. And still to date, I have not seen any facts, because I am not one to sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to lie. I don't push a false narrative for my benefit. Even if you show me the whole toxicology screening and show me that that you requested everything to be tested, requested all drugs and alcohol to to be tested to see if there was presence of any of that stuff, and show the medical history, all of that, then I wouldn't have a leg to stand on. I would have to accept those facts, and so be it. And you have every right. I mean, you still have every right to feel the way you do, but we have a right. You've involved us in your fight, because you are trying to ban and schedule. You are trying to ban and or schedule a plant that is saving millions of people's livelihoods, that provide a lifeline for them. Okay? Without that, you will be, if you create a problem and make it to where this plant is scheduled, we won't get prescription only. The chronic pain community already knows what it's like. We're already being denied. Well, not me personally, but thousands of pain patients are denied. They've been cut off of their pain medications. And what makes you think that if it's scheduled, if Kratom is scheduled, the same thing's going to happen? They won't. It'll be almost impossible to get a prescription. And you're going to have to jump through all the hoops, going to have to go through drug testing. It's going to be scheduled as a drug. And so it's going to be a nightmare. And they're going to be in the same predicament and same situation as they are now, going without. So for them, it's basically being banned. You might as well ban Kratom. It's even worse to ban, though, because then scientists have to acquire a license to study it, because it's banned. So it's like it's not a substance where they can just get and study it because it's been banned. It's like on the blacklist or something. And do you really honestly think that that's going to happen? With lack of funding that we already have, where are they gonna get the money for that? They're not gonna. It's gonna be a money issue. So you can't. You don't really have a leg in the fight if you don't present all the facts and lay everything down on the table. And you're not presenting everything on the table. And that's we're trying to get everything on the table, and that's why we ask for the whole picture. And you're not presenting the whole picture, though. So please don't say no. You can't. You're not seeing our side. No, we are not seeing your side because you won't let us see it. So please don't twist that. Okay, we can't see your whole side. You won't allow the pro-Kratom community to fully see your side. Hiding equals lying. If you're not lying, then I'm sorry, but when you hide the toxicology report, there are holes. The whole picture isn't presented, and it's inconclusive. When it's inconclusive and you hide, that means you're lying. If you aren't, then stop. Don't keep doing that to make it look like you are lying. Don't appear to be lying then. You lose credibility. You're incredible. What you're doing, it continues to make you seem like you're not credible. You lose credibility by hiding reports and not showing everything. What do you expect us to think? We have nothing to go on. We can't just assume that you're telling the truth. I mean, you're already, and then you don't want to be reasonable because even if Kratom alone did kill someone, it would be a very, very small number. And that doesn't make it insignificant, but it does make it insignificant in the full picture, in the full scheme of things. And I am not trying to be insensitive, but this is the world that we are living in. Nothing is perfect, okay? We have to weigh the pros over the cons. Just like the FDA, when they approve drugs, this is exactly what they do. In order to approve a drug, they test it. They test it and they study it for years. And the only way that it gets approved is if the benefits outweigh the risk. Look, come on now. Don't be in denial. Look at your side effects. There's a bajillion side effects, a list of bajillions of side effects, and they all are listed in different categories. I mean, come on. I'm a former nurse. I'm not saying I don't practice now. Don't put words in my mouth. I'm getting my RN. I have tons of experience. I was a medication nurse, okay? I studied pharmacology. I had a license. My license isn't active currently. I know about medications. I studied pharmacology. I administered medications. I have a drug book. I know all about it. We need holistic and Western medicine, but let's not deny the facts here. Okay? The drugs that we take, the drugs that are approved by FDA, some of them have a blacklist warning, and that means it causes death. It can cause death, like chemotherapy. But guess what? Chemotherapy can prolong lives. I mean, I really hate chemotherapy, but if it helps, I mean, I would take it if it was worth it, and if I didn't want to be dead while taking it. But so I know in some cases it really, it helped. And that's a personal choice anyways. Like, I really, it's not my place to say, oh, I don't like it, so we should do away with it. That's ridiculous. But same thing with Kratom, okay? The benefits far outweigh the risk. And you're dismissing that also. A lot of people who are anti-Kratom, they dismiss that, and they also dismiss the chemical makeup of Kratom, and it is a partial agonist, okay? And so it's hard not to get a little annoyed. So if I seem a little annoyed, it's a little annoying. I will admit, because that is like the key feature. That is the key safety feature of Kratom. That is what makes it so safe. And don't put words in my mouth saying, oh, yeah, but it's addictive. Ugh. Okay, well, read my last article also, because I go into that subject and that topic also. Addiction, you are in a separate class, and if you have an addictive personality, you have the responsibility to learn about your brain and how it's wired, okay? Because I'm not trying to be superior or anything, but I'm not wired that way. And a lot of people aren't. Not everyone has an addictive personality. We all have different chemistries. We all think and act differently. Our brains are wired differently and individually. The people who have highly addictive personalities and they're wired this way, or they inherited, the disease, there's different complex, different reasons and genetic components to this conversation and reason. If you are like that, if you're one of them, then you better take some serious consideration before when you make decisions on what you choose to consume. Because I'm sure you already know this. And if you don't, then, maybe I can teach you something. Maybe I can let you know more about this. Or go to a 12-step meeting, because that is where you belong. If you can't 12-step, anyone who needs to be in 12-step, they teach you can't take anything that can build a tolerance or is like kind of habit forming. You have to abstain from any of those things. It has nothing to do with Kratom as a plant. It has nothing to do with Kratom or coffee or whatever. It's not because Kratom or coffee or even opioids or something are bad. It doesn't make them bad. It means that you, with your chemistry and your makeup, you're out of control with those types of stimulants. And you know what? It's okay. But it's not okay to want to ban something because you're out of control and you can't control yourself when you're around those substances. You're an adult, and you're responsible for your behavior and for what you put in your body. If you know that you can't control your consumption of something, then you need to abstain from that product, okay? But it doesn't mean that we have to ban it and deprive the whole nation, the people who can take things responsibly. So that's just my little spiel, and I know it's been a half an hour already. This is a long video. I didn't think I was going to go on for this long. But, I love you guys, and I got mad passion. I'm a passionate person. When I believe in something, I stand for it. I stand up for it, try to, as much as I can, I like to try to, help people. I don't like to be pushy, but, some things it's like, this has just gone on for too long. I really hope that we can get the federal KCPA, and, again, please, anti-Kratom community, please take to heart that, we're not bad people. I can't account for everyone, because some people, are mean, and I don't approve of their behavior at all. But, there's a lot of people in the Kratom community that are like me. And we just want to protect this plant. And please understand that scheduling Kratom is not protecting it. That's not protecting Kratom. That is only protecting your flaw if you are an addict. Okay, I'm not talking to everyone in the anti-Kratom community. You know who you are. There's different reasons, or it's protecting your grief or something. You're thinking that it's gonna make everything better. It's not. It's not gonna bring anyone back. I'm sorry. I mean, what is that gonna do? It's only gonna make it easier so the addicts don't have to work hard on themselves. I mean, if Kratom stays legal, well, you know what? Then I guess you're going to have to work on yourself, and you're going to make sure, and you have to work at making good choices for yourself. You know, you should be doing that anyways. So that's what we have to do as adults. We have to do what's right for us, and that means make hard decisions and refrain from doing certain things if we can't control our behavior around it. Anyways, love you guys. Bye.